Hi everybody, good afternoon. This is Mr. Kai, and today we're going to be going over the first 5 steps of choosing a ASAP strategy through the Youth Service America packet. Those first 5 steps are choosing a cause, and once you've chosen your cause, you're going to learn more about it. Then you're going to identify your personal passions and assets. You're going to map community resources and assets. Then you're going to choose your action strategy. Those will be the first 5 steps. I'm going to go over each of those steps in a little more detail, show you the individual modified assignments that have been posted for you to access. So I'm going to go ahead and hit present here. Choosing an ASAP strategy. I'm going to need to move this over here and move this over here. All right, so the first step of choosing an ASAP strategy is to choose your cause. Choosing your cause. To choose your cause, we've provided you with a very large number of different things that you can look at in terms of possible options. Each of these subjects here could be explored in depth within a specific subsection of those topics. For example, the environment can cover things like litter, global warming, water pollution, and so on. Things like health and medicine could be looking at the current COVID-19 problem, or could be looking at the rise of certain medical conditions within certain populations. Homelessness and housing could look at feeding the homeless, or housing the homeless, or providing the homeless with clothing, and so on and so forth. Here you can see on the Choosing Your Cause worksheet, which can also be found in the YSA packet. It's the first step in the YSA packet. As you can see here is choosing your cause. This is a modified version that has been posted in order for you to use and choose topics that would be easy to address while you're working from home. The second step is to learn more about your cause. Learning more about your cause involves doing research. That would mean that you could use the internet. You could also use newspapers, blogs, and YouTube videos, right? You can make observations and gather experiences. You could take surveys. You can have conversations and conduct interviews. The things that you're trying to gather, you should really address a need within the cause that you're trying to look at. For example, like I said, if you're looking at COVID-19 right now, the community need may be that you want to help people get masks and gloves, right? So what do you already know about that need or condition that you identified? And in order to take action and make a difference, what do you need to know? What should you learn about in order to gain a better understanding, right? Likewise, here you should also try to think about what sources of information, and here are some of those ideas below that were mentioned, right? You should recognize that experts in their field could provide interviews, conversations with people in a community can have you get a better understanding of the needs of that community. Surveys help you understand the needs of groups, right? Observations and experiences as well, like walking around and making observations of areas or people, places, and behaviors, and keeping track of those things. Those are all ways that you can gather information. The media is, you have to be able to analyze the sources that you look at in any of these circumstances, but the media is another option for you as well, right? We're looking at, finally, once you've done all that, once you've had the chance to kind of review the different sources of information that are available, you should try to think about what you learned about that community need and how you would be able to address it. Okay. Next step, and for this particular step, we didn't actually put together a worksheet for you, but you'll see in the YSA, the Youth Service America packet, there is a page regarding this for you to identify your personal passions and assets. And this will help you in order to better understand, what it is that you're good at, what your strengths are, and how you can apply those things to being helpful in the cause that you're trying to pursue, right? So let's say you really want to help nature, you really want to help clean up the environment, right? But you don't feel so particularly fond of going out and picking up garbage. But what you're really good at is advocating, right? You feel really, really good at arguing a point at sharing information and educating people, right, as well. And you identify that as one of your skills. Well, you could use your strength in advocacy and education to spread information and to help people understand why they need to not litter. You see what I'm saying, right? The idea is to apply your strengths to what you are good at, and so that you can actually make a difference in what we're doing. And that brings us to the next step. Once you've identified what you're good at, you need to identify what your community can provide. For that, we have this sheet here. There is a modified version that's been posted that you can access as well. Looks like this. This is an opportunity for you to recognize the people, the businesses and nonprofits in your community, the events that your community holds, as well as any kind of organizations, institutions, associations, and groups that will help you in order to accomplish what you're trying to do in your cause, right? Sometimes what you're trying to do, other organizations have already done, and you are in a prime position to get involved with them rather than start your own organization. Lastly, you should choose your ASAP strategy. Now, ASAP, it stands for Advocate, Serve, Awareness, Philanthropy, right? What that means is you are advocating for a cause, you are trying to make a change at the political or corporate level by making a political statement or a corporate statement. Serving is pretty obvious. You are serving people. Now, this one may be a little more difficult to do given our circumstances right now, being homebound during the COVID-19 outbreak, but there are other ways to serve through advocacy, raising awareness, and philanthropy. Raising awareness is pretty obvious. You're educating people. You are spreading information that helps them become more aware of a situation so that they can either avoid it or take action, which does very much tie to philanthropy as well as advocacy. Philanthropy means to raise money. So if you're going to be trying to raise money for a cause, be aware that you can do that through sales of products online. You could do that through crowdfunding. There are many ways you can do that. And all of these can be connected together in some combination or in a combination of all four, depending on what you reasonably think you'll be able to do. So this kind of covers the first 5 steps of the YSA Youth Serve America packet. And these resources are available on the Google Classroom for my 201 cohort students, and they are assigned for you to complete. I encourage you to get them done, and if you have any questions, let me know. Likewise, feel free to make use of any of the resources that I make available on that website in order to best support you in completing your task. Thank you for your time, and have a wonderful day.